Hello and welcome to Severna. This first video where I'm going to be explaining behind the scenes and making this new country on the little island in the South Atlantic. So I've done kind of like the outline and just to get basic things going. Now I'm going to try and build most things domestically as soon as possible by importing goods into the port, which is over here. This is like the main, this is going to be the main port, and this was the port that was left over by the Portuguese when they left. So as you can see, I'm importing my construction materials, but it is way too inefficient to import concrete, cement and gravel. So I've used my initial funds that you get, because I always start with the easy money. It's just, yeah, I'm not a glutton for punishment. And so I've set up a basic little construction industry area here. So we've got the gravel mine here on this lake, which is a remnant of part of the volcanic features of the island. Some hot springs, hot springs and things there. So I'm gonna maybe in time build this area here into like a little touristy area. I know you've got the construction area there, but but here's going to be sort of the first town or residential district. All of this here will be a big city in time. I've also built a little port here where I'm going to use a barge just to bring up some of the stuff from there straight here, so that construction trucks aren't having to constantly go up and down this road. This road over here. Just I'd realised I didn't point that out very well. This road here. So this is going to be New Severna. We've got the little cathedral at the top. I thought I would make a bit of a piece of this, sort of make this as like the main sort of square. So I'm gonna have a lot of sort of national pride type things going on there. So that's going to be the residential district. I'm not really sure what to do with these yet. I've decided to go with trolley buses straight away, because I could run them off renewable energy and they can I can have that straight from the start, and I'm not having to import a lot of fuel straight away because they're just running. I was going to set up trams, but it's just too expensive at the moment. I will definitely have trams eventually, but at the moment the state just can't afford it. We have $5 million and 9 million rubles. So this is just the outline. I'm going to by the next video I should have at least some residents here, because at the moment the colonists are having to live in the old battered volcanic eruption damaged housing. And there's Mount Belle over there, not active at the moment as far as the geologists can tell. Right, so yeah, I'm going to get ahead and I'm going to construct the water system. We need water straight away. Get a power grid up and going, which I think for the time being I'm just going to use some of the windmills. The island does have oil and coal, but I think the oil is way over here, which I will be able to bring up by barges or train and we will have an oil, or I might build the oil power plant. We'll see. But for the time being, I'm just going to let me just get rid of those trees around there, because you would not have all of these trees in real life around all the equipment, getting bird poo and leaves and crap everywhere. They would clear them. That'll do. Right, so yeah, so I've got a basic little construction area here, which will just produce cement, concrete and gravel at the moment. So here's the quarry. So vehicles and workers in the quarry will produce quarried stone, which will then travel up here, over the road there, down there, and into this gravel processing plant, which will then produce gravel, which will again get fed out into this little network of pulleys and not pulleys, bloody hell, what are they called? Don't actually know, what are those actually called? Conveyor. Such a knob. Conveyor, yeah, obviously. So yeah, then that gets spread out through all of these. So each sort of little factory has got its own little supply of gravel. So this is for the cement plant, this is for the concrete plant, and then this is just for gravel for trucks to come and pick up. And I'm connected that road there. Oh, what? I hate that so much. Hang on. Don't like that anyway. Yeah, I better have that going, that trolley bus track going this way, or otherwise they'll be like, can't find a way back. They can't. I don't know whether they can turn around in the stop. And what I shall do to sort of connect these all up, I put a nice little underpass there. You know, we don't want the workers walking through all these conveyor belts and heavy rock flying around everywhere. So we'll build some nice, safe underpasses for them so they can get to work without a concussion. Go. And F3 to go below ground. And there we go. Oh, forgot about the miners at the gravel plant. Oh, they'd be kicking off. Yeah, we don't go. Then again, they are quite far away, I guess. But no, we'll give them one. There you go. Right, so get that built. So I'm keeping an eye on my money because I don't want it running out before I've got a sustainable economy in some regard. So the way I always tend to play the game, usually I do build the entire construction industry with money, so that's, you know, yeah, boards, panels, except for steel, and then I continue to import steel until I then build a steel mill. But generally, what I do is I get construction on the go straight away. So you've got your construction industry. So even if you totally run out of money, as long as you've got farms actually and can grow crops, you can keep, you know, you can build what you need to an extent. So I always start off with construction, and then I go for food. Get your crops growing. You will have to import grain for the first couple of years until you get your farms proper up and running, but it's essential that you get your food going, because importing food is, I think, have I imported food? Yeah, so look, imported resources, 663,000 rubles, which was, incidentally, nearly 100,000 rubles more than I imported in April. So let's have a look at what that breaks down to. So export, import resources, Soviet bloc. So at the moment, actually, it's not too bad. Oh, I've just thought I should say there's no shops, so I'm not importing any food, and that's why everyone is pretty annoyed at the moment. So this is the price of all of the construction materials that I have imported, either through the boats or through the magic of the auto building type thing. It is a lot cheaper if you can to import your materials via boat as opposed to just the magic wormhole, because when you buy the resources like that, you're paying for delivery, which can sometimes be more expensive per ton than the actual item itself, and it can quickly lead to economic problems. So it's always best to import resources, because then you're only paying for the flat price of the actual resource that you're purchasing, as opposed to the delivery costs as well. So always try and do that if you can. So I'm just going to go ahead now and get the water system going. I will pull a video up once I've done explaining that. So yeah, thank you very much, and see you soon. Bye bye.